let's move on to the next one, because this one I think is a big picture topic too that I think maybe we don't discuss enough. Tips for new collectors, right? This, I mean, there's got to be some people in the chat here tonight that are fairly new, right? And if you are, thank you so much for joining. And you're in a safe place here, so it's going to be fun to talk about some stuff here. But we've all been collecting. I'm probably the rookie here, right? I've probably only been doing it. What, Mario? I started streaming with you guys like 3 to 4 years ago, maybe.
Yeah.
So I mean, it's been about that long, pretty much. So yeah, and I know Lael's been in the game a lot longer than I have, and you too, Mario. So what kind of like 3 tips would you generally pass on to collectors? Because I think I have a few, but I want to let you guys kind of take the first stab at this. So, Lael, what do you think? Like, what 3 tips would you give to a new 1/6 collector specifically?
3 tips. Patience. Patience, number 1.
Okay.
When you, again, because we all had to learn this. Like when we got in the game, when we started collecting figures, we put these pre-orders down, or we pay for these figures expecting it to come sooner than later. Patience right now is what it is. Like when you pre-order a figure and if it doesn't hit, unless it's one of those situations occasionally where you can get it cheaper, just be patient. Once it drops, whatever, and take your time, because like sometimes you'll cancel a figure, ended up getting it elsewhere thinking you're getting a better deal. Or, for a lot of reviewers, then that's just the way it is. Reviewers is totally different. But if you're a new collector, there's no reason for you to pick up a day one figure from another company paying more than what you have to. Just wait. Just be patient, especially if you're getting it, at a reasonable price. Don't do that. Don't mess yourself up. So be patient. That's probably the most important thing, because you have to be. Right now it's just a force, and you just have to be that way. Secondly, only buy figures that you love. Plain and simple.
That was one of mine.
Like literally, bro, like and we're all going to probably say it. Buy figures that you basically love. Don't buy it because everyone else is talking about this figure. Buy it because you love it. Because there's a lot of figures that I've passed up on because I didn't have that personal connection to it. And I'm not going to do it just because someone else says it. I have to have a personal connection to it, and that's why I buy. So definitely do. And a lot of us have fell victim to it, and we've learned the hard way. So again, you end up with a piece in your collection that you don't really want, or you're like, damn, like I have no space. I have to get rid of it. You try to sell it. Right now is not a good time to sell anything, because figures aren't moving like that. So again, be patient. Only buy figures that you love. You know what I mean? Don't fall victim to that. Number 3, I would want to say budget.
Damn, you put 2 of mine, dude.
I'm sorry.
We're on the same page, dude.
Just budget. That's what we are. Like, just budget.
I know, you and I think alike, dude.
Yeah, bro, budget, because like it's hard times right now with the economy. Don't set yourself or sell yourself short and set yourself back. Just budget. Again, we got like a lot of things out there, like payment plans, or that can help out with people, or set money aside, or try to find the best deal. Plain and simple. Try to find the best deal that you can find that's going to, help you. If there's figures out there, because we've seen like figures that have actually sat for a long period of times, eventually they go on sale. If you have patience and you want to get that figure, if it's something that's going to sit and you can get it at a decent price, then do that. But just really, really, really be. That's what I'm saying. Patience. Only collect figures that you love, and budget. That's my 3.
Those are some really good ones. Layout. But Mario, what do you think, man? Like, what 3 tips would you give to a new 1/6 collector, or maybe to yourself several years back when you first started out?
Oh man, no regrets, dude. Damn the budget, buy everything, go ham, man, get everything you want.
After the budget.
Exactly, bro. One of the things, especially right now with the current trend that we're in, what I would suggest, first of all, buy something in stock right now to see if you like it. If there's a character out there that you may be looking at that looks good to you, get it. Don't get any pre-orders yet, just so you know what you're getting yourself into.
Yeah.
Right now, right? If you get something in stock, you see, and you get it, pick it up. The head sculpt is on point. It's got a good amount of accessories for you. The body moves the way that you wanted. The outfit's on point. And then you might, get your feet wet so you know what you're getting yourself into. That's one of the main things. I'm trying to skew a little bit, because Leo did take a couple good points.
Leo had a lot of good ones.
With the budget and everything else.
Let me go first.
But one thing, what's going on right now, especially this year, we've been seeing a lot of sales going on during particular seasons. But this year's not the first time. We've actually seen it before previously. We always see Spooktacular, the Halloween time. We always see sales for that. We always see sales for Black Friday. We're starting to see sales right now for the Comic-Con season. Okay, so keep that in mind. If you're looking at something and expect it to drop around a particular, if it drops within that area, within that time frame, maybe consider not pulling the trigger on that, just because you might get yourself a little bit of more of a deal than if you were to pre-order it offhand. Okay. Again, trying to find the best deal. That's what we want to do. But those are the time frames that I've noticed, throughout my collecting career, is that those are the times when we usually have sales, along with along with New Year's and Christmas time. So you'll get yourself maybe like at least maybe $25 off of something. Depending on what it is. But and yeah, don't just another thing too. Sideshow figures aren't hot toys. Okay, for the new collectors out
People
there,
need to understand that.
Since you guys need to know that. Okay, sideshow figures. So if you get something, you're like, oh man, this figure's a piece of crap. The joints are all loose. It doesn't look that great. I thought these were supposed to be like superior. Well, it's like you probably bought a sideshow figure. So just keep that in mind as well. All right. I know I've seen a lot of newer collectors. I've also seen a lot of newer collectors, man.
It is true. People do think the two are synonymous, but they're not. Yeah.
So when the Mandalorian came out, right? There's holes in the cape. Is there supposed to be a hole in the cape? Sometimes there is. Yes. That's
it's fine.
It's weathering, bro.
You pick up an Iron Man. He said, "Hey, is there supposed to be scratches on this thing?" Yes.
Sometimes yes. Weathering. Hell yeah.
It's weathering. So
and we like it that way.
Normal.
Yeah.
So don't freak out if you get something in hand where it seems damaged. That could be intentional. So, but again, continue to ask the community. But yeah, I think one of my last ones too, man, is that shit. I just lost my train of thought, bro.
Nah, it's good, man. Those are really good ones.
Again, just be patient as well. That's another good one. Mind your budget. Just keep an eye on when things are coming out, and just try to collect within your means. Right. Again, just test the waters for something you have in stock, and then just mind your budget. That's one of the main things.
Yeah.
Pick a lane also, man. If there's a lot of stuff that's coming out within Star Wars or Marvel or DC or elsewhere, just you may want to try to stick to that if there's just too much, that's coming out. Or if you want to enjoy, some of everything, just be extremely selective and just get what you like from each IP. There's a lot of good stuff out there, man, and it's really difficult to stick just to one lane. But
that's definitely true.
But when you're done with that, step up to the big boys, get yourself some quarter scale statues, man, and then boom, you'll be happy.
There you go. Get yourself a statue, and then you
get yourself a statue.
Yeah.
Man.
So
especially if the pose on that statue and the base is dope.
Yeah, it's a different experience.
Because really right there.
What is it? Asajj Ventress?
That is my number one figure. That's my bro. I love that. I love that statue. That aside from Jyn Erso is my number one collectible, bro.
Yeah, don't disparage Jyn's name.
I love that Asajj, bro. It was worth the wait. Definitely love it.
That statue's really nice. It is really nice. So guys, you guys dropped some real heavy, great knowledge on us there. I have a few that I'll just kind of add to, because Lael had mentioned the one. The way I would term it is buy what you love, not what you like.
Yeah,
that's what I would say. That was one of the hardest lessons I had to learn, actually, and I still sometimes struggle with it because, which we're going to talk about next, some of these deals, right? Some of these deals, you see things and you're like, man, but that's a hell of a good deal. And sometimes it's even a figure that I had before that I sold, and I'm like, yeah, but it's a good deal. I'm like, but do I really love it? If I did, I probably would have kept it, right? So it's one of those. So I think that's a good way to curate and consolidate your collection, buying what you love that you don't want to get rid of, at least for a couple years at least, not what you like, right? So I think that's pretty important. The next one would be, like Lael had mentioned as well, building a budget. I would say build a monthly and a yearly budget. That's what I do. That helped me a lot, because before I did that, I was all over the place. I was pre-ordering everything left and right, didn't realize how much I'd accumulated. I've mentioned this story a bunch. And it's something that really can tally up and hurt your bank account and put you in not a good spot, and it becomes stressful, and collecting shouldn't be stressful. The last point I would give that no one mentioned, value display as much as you do the collectible. So this is something that's really important, right? Because you guys, Lael, you got an amazing display of DTOFs. Mario's got Module cases. I'm going to have Module cases eventually. Display is a really big, important part of this that I think some people overlook, right? So I think we all do it. Like right now, I have tables set up behind me, right? I've not put in much of my display because I'm waiting on Module cases. So, but when I do have the Module cases, I'm going to be very excited to display these things properly, right? But that's super important, because the classier your display looks, it's cool. It's not just to impress other people, but to walk into your collection and kind of be proud of it. You're like, this is like something I put together. Like it just looks real classy, like a museum, right? My own personal museum. Yeah. So I think if you value display as much as your collectible, you're going to want to go into your collection room more to enjoy what you have, in theory.
Mhm.
Do you guys
Mhm.
agree with that?
No, I agree.
Definitely.
I agree.
Yeah.
Definitely.
So display is important. So
Absolutely.
Display,
One of the other things, too, I
upkeep,
think-
everything. Yeah.
That we didn't mention too. I think shop around.
yeah, shop
Or
around.
get
Best
yourself
deal.
involved with some of these groups. There's a lot of Facebook groups out there that are really, really helpful that can lead you towards better deals than what you would see like from an official distributor like Sideshow.
Yeah.
Right. It'll open up your it'll open up your experiences to dealing with supporting other mom and pop shops that are out there that could give you a lot better deal than Sideshow. Another thing to keep in mind as well.
Yeah, definitely is. So guys, great thoughts on that one.